Welcome back, fantastic viewers. It's a pleasure to have you with us as we embark on another riveting adventure in the Super Mario 3D world. Let's step back into the Super Mario realm and see if we can level up our strategies tonight. Are you ready, my fine gentlemen?
Hi there, Michelle. It's lovely to see you as always. But before we dive headfirst into the next level of Super Mario 3D World, let me weave you a tale of my day. Trust me, folks, it was a day like no other, and I've had my share of unique days.
Greetings, everyone. It's great to be back in the Mario 3D world once more. Let's kick this off. And Don, did you spend the day dominating Twitter and making headlines, as is your signature style?
Oh no, Donnie. Did you finally unveil the closely guarded secrets of your hair care routine? The world has been holding its breath for that revelation. Oh, and Joe, while we're on the subject, keep one eye on the opponents. We're here to win tonight.
You bet, Barack. I've got this game down to a science. We're practically experts, playing this for the 7th time.
Donnie, did you remember to hydrate and have your veggies today? Healthy living is key, you know.
Well, folks, let me tell you, Twitter had its moments, but that's not the highlight. Picture this. I woke up at the crack of dawn, just like a true leader should, and I was treated to the most splendid sunrise over Mar-a-Lago. It was like the heavens themselves were giving me a standing ovation for my impeccable wake-up timing, painting the sky with hues of pink and orange that would put the most renowned artists to shame.
Donnie, I've always admired your early bird routine. That's some serious dedication. I can't say I've witnessed too many sunrises lately, but I can certainly appreciate a good one.
Indeed, Donnie, I confess, I've never been much of a morning person myself, but a Mar-a-Lago sunrise does sound quite awe-inspiring. It's the kind of sight that can motivate anyone to seize the day.
Donnie, you know I'm a firm believer in the importance of a good night's sleep. Did you manage to get those crucial 8 hours? Or were you burning the midnight oil again, my friend?
Michelle, I know you'll be thrilled to hear that I indulged in a glorious 8-hour slumber. I firmly believe in healthy living, just like you do, and I'm well aware that sleep is the secret sauce for a sharp mind and boundless energy. You could say I'm the embodiment of a well-rested, well-preserved leader.
That's fantastic, Don. A well-rested leader is like a finely tuned machine. It's a nugget of wisdom I've carried with me throughout my career, like a trusty pocket-sized constitution.
Donnie, the sunrise was impressive, but I'm genuinely intrigued to learn how your day unfolded after that breathtaking start.
Well, Barack, let me tell you about breakfast. It was an absolute triumph. I savored eggs, bacon, and toast that was so perfectly golden brown, it made all other toast feel inadequate. It was a breakfast fit for a champion, and I believe in starting the day with a meal that screams success.
Don, you know I'm all about balanced meals. Did you complement that savory feast with some fresh fruit? A dash of nature's sweetness to harmonize with the savory flavors?
Michelle, your concern for nutrition is commendable. I treated myself to the most exquisite orange juice, freshly squeezed and bursting with flavor. It was like sunshine in a glass, a citrus symphony that played a concerto on my taste buds. Trust me, it was the breakfast of champions.
Donnie, a hearty breakfast is the key to tackling the day's challenges, whatever they may be. It's the fuel for our presidential engines, after all.
Donnie, I recall you always had a jam-packed schedule. Any important meetings or calls on your plate?
Oh, Barack, you won't believe the tremendous call I had with world leaders. They couldn't stop singing my praises. They said I'm doing the most fantastic job, truly the best. We delved into a smorgasbord of topics from trade to diplomacy and, of course, golf. It's all about forging robust relationships and, making America great again.
Donnie, it's crucial to engage in productive discussions with our international partners. Did you dive into any global issues or perhaps share your unique perspective on healthy living?
Michelle, our discussions were a veritable potpourri, trade deals, diplomatic endeavors, and of course, I made sure to emphasize the vital importance of a balanced lifestyle. I firmly believe that a healthy leader is a strong leader, and I aim to set an example for the entire world. Call it my Make America Healthy Again campaign.
Don, speaking of golf, did you grace the course with your presence today? I know it's one of your most cherished pastimes, right up there with tweeting and your signature hairstyle.
Joe, you've got me pegged. I did hit the links, and let me tell you, my swing was on point today. It was like poetry in motion, a symphony of power and finesse on the fairways and greens. My fellow golfers couldn't help but be in awe of my unmatched skill.
Don, golf can be an excellent way to clear your mind and focus. Did you manage to win?
Barack, you won't believe it, but I played the best round of golf in the history of golf rounds. It was as if every shot was a hole in one, and I couldn't help but feel that the golf gods themselves were orchestrating my victory.
Don, did you remember to stay properly hydrated on the golf course? Adequate hydration is essential for peak performance, you know.
Michelle, rest assured, I had water by my side at all times, taking sips as if my life depended on it. Hydration is indeed the key to success, be it in sports, life, or even politics. A hydrated leader is a hydrated nation.
Donnie, as great as your day sounds, I've got a story that might just top it. Brace yourself.
Joe, I'm all ears. Is it worse than dealing with the media's Covfefe moment?
Joe, did you accidentally mix up the TV remote with the nuclear launch codes again? We've all had our remote mishaps, but did you at least remember to put on your lucky socks? You know how those cozy foot huggers can bring comfort like a warm, fuzzy hug for your toes.
Well, Don, brace yourselves for a tale of sock-related drama that rivals any political thriller. It all began with a missing sock, a sock that seemed to have vanished into thin air, leaving me to ponder if it had embarked on a secret mission of its own. I searched high and low, and it was like searching for bipartisan agreement in Congress, nowhere to be found, leaving me with an incomplete pair of socks and a nagging sense of imbalance.
Joe, I can feel your pain. Losing a sock can be a real tragedy, akin to losing a key vote in Congress or perhaps even losing a round of golf. Soccer vote, every loss stings.
Joe, did the sock crisis set the tone for the rest of your day? Sometimes it's the little things that can have the most significant impact, like a well-timed political zinger.
Barack, you nailed it. And then when I finally found the sock, I put it on. And to my horror, it had a hole, a gaping chasm right in the toe. It was like a metaphor for a leaky budget, with resources escaping like sand through a sieve, leaving me with a sinking feeling of fiscal frustration.
Joe, that's a sock horror story for the ages. Did you attempt to fix it like a determined legislator trying to mend a broken policy?
Michelle, you won't believe it. I grabbed a needle and some thread and tried sewing it up, channeling my inner statesman negotiating a compromise. But alas, my efforts were in vain, and the sock ended up looking like a budget proposal with too many amendments. A tangled mess that left me with a fashion dilemma of epic proportions.
Joe, I hope you had a spare ready. Fashion disasters are unacceptable, just like budgetary blunders.
Joe, how did the rest of your day unfold? Did the challenges continue to stack up like legislative hurdles in Congress, or were you able to regain your footing?
Well, Barack, after the sock saga, I had a meeting with some senators, and they argued about the budget for hours. It was like trying to find common ground in a room full of partisan Koopa Troopas, each one retreating into their respective shells of ideology, making progress as elusive as the legendary warp whistle.
Joe, did you at least get a chance to enjoy a healthy lunch? Something to refuel your energy for the challenges ahead? Or did you have to navigate a political minefield of culinary choices?
Michelle, I wish I could say I did, but my lunch felt like a committee meeting that just refused to end, filled with discussions that seemed as endless as a filibuster. I barely had time to grab a sandwich, and even that felt like a rushed legislative decision. A vote on Lunch Bill 101, perhaps.
Joe, that's a tragedy, an absolute lunchtime disaster. You should always make time for a good meal, just like making time for thoughtful policy discussions, or dare I say, a round of golf.
Joe, any bright spots in your day? Sometimes it's the small victories that keep us going. Did you manage to find a brief moment of triumph in the midst of it all?
Well, Barack, the one bright spot was when I saw a group of kids playing in the park. It reminded me of the importance of investing in our future, just like we talk about in politics, where every decision we make shapes the world they inherit. It was like a brief recess from the seriousness of the day, a reminder that the real power of politics lies in creating a playground of opportunities for the next generation.
Joe, that's a silver lining, a poignant reminder of why we do what we do. It's always heartwarming to see kids enjoying themselves, a reminder of the positive impact our actions can have on future generations. It's like casting a vote for hope.
Joe, I hope the day got better from there, like finding a hidden superstar in the middle of a challenging level. Did you stumble upon any unexpected power-ups in the second half of your day?
Don, it did. I finished the day by calling my grandkids, and they always bring a smile to my face, just like Mario brings a smile to all of us. They remind me that even in challenging times, there are moments of joy and connection that make it all worthwhile. It's like finding that secret warp zone that takes you to a world of happiness.
Joe, family is important, and it's good to have that support system, just like the support of our fellow adventurers in the Mushroom Kingdom. We may face tough challenges, but together, we can overcome any Bowser that stands in our way.
Joe, let's hope for a better day tomorrow, one filled with fewer sock mysteries and more moments of positivity. And remember, just like Mario, we can always find a way to navigate through the obstacles that come our way.
Thanks, Michelle. So, boys, I have to say this game night was quite the adventure. Just like Mario faces unexpected challenges, we had our fair share of surprises, from missing socks to endless committee meetings. But through it all, we found moments of laughter and connection, just like Mario and his friends do on their epic journeys. Here's to more adventures, both in the Mushroom Kingdom and in our lives as leaders.
Joe, you're right. I mean, who would have thought that Bowser's castle would be as tricky as navigating a controversial policy issue? It's like trying to pass a bipartisan bill through a room full of chain chomps. One wrong move and you're in the hot seat.
Honey, it was indeed a night of laughter and friendly competition. Just like in politics, we showed that teamwork can overcome any obstacle. We may not have passed any legislation, but we conquered those treacherous levels together.
Michelle, you're absolutely right. It was a night of camaraderie and teamwork, just like when I had to rally my supporters during campaign season. Only this time it was rallying for extra lives and power-ups.
Don, I have to give you credit for your impressive skills in the game. It's like you had a natural talent for leaping across platforms and dodging obstacles. I haven't seen moves like that since I watched a young Mario take on Donkey Kong.
Joe, I've always believed in being a winner. Whether it's in politics or in Mario, I aim for the top spot on the leaderboard. It's like competing for the highest approval ratings, but with more jumping and less debate.
Speaking of leaders, Michelle and I made a great team. It's like our years in the White House prepared us for this cooperative gaming experience. We may not have had any cabinet meetings, but we did have a cabinet full of power-ups.
Honey, you've always been good at strategizing, and it showed in the way we tackled those challenging levels together. It's like drafting a healthcare reform bill, only with fewer policy wonks and more Goombas.
And let's not forget, Michelle, your quick reflexes saved us from many perilous falls. It's like you were the Secret Service, always ready to protect the president, or in this case, Mario. Mario deserves the best protection too, after all.
Donnie, I have to admit I had a few moments where I mistimed my jumps. It's like when you make a slip of the tongue during a live press conference. One moment you're on solid ground and the next you're in hot water or hot lava, in Mario's case.
Joe, we all had our mishaps. It's all in good fun, just like the friendly debates we used to have. Except this time, we settled our disputes with fire flowers instead of fiery rhetoric.
That's right, honey. And Donnie, your competitive spirit added a whole new level of excitement to our game night. It's like turning a State of the Union address into a thrilling esports tournament.
Well, Michelle, you know I always aim to be the best at everything I do. Even in gaming, I strive for victory. It's like running a campaign for the title of Mushroom Kingdom Champion, and I won.
Donnie, your enthusiasm is infectious. It's like you're running a campaign trail filled with warp pipes and bonus stages. Who needs swing states when you've got swing platforms?
Haha, I see that as a compliment, Joe. But it was lovely to play with you again, guys. Hope to see you back at a new game night. Let's make the Mushroom Kingdom great again.
Yes, and we want to thank you for watching our video. If you liked this video, drop some great comments down below. And don't forget to hit that power up like button. See you in our next episode, where we'll tackle new challenges both in the gaming world and beyond.